You've probably seen it before, the sight of your cat suddenly sprinting around the room or eyes wide, tail flicking, and they're sprinting in circles like there's no tomorrow. It's a moment that leaves us all wondering, what on earth is going on? Is your cat secretly a speedster, or is something more going on here? In this video, we're uncovering the real reason behind those hilarious cat zoomies and what they actually have to do with you. Let's dive in. Reason number 1, pent-up energy. Your cat's zoomies might seem like random bursts of chaos, but there's a real reason behind their wild sprints, and yes, it has everything to do with you. One of the most common reasons your cat might be running up and down the house is because they have a lot of excess pent-up energy. Unlike their wild ancestors, who spent hours hunting for survival, house cats have it easy. After all, scarfing down a bowl of kibble takes seconds, not skill. But that primal instinct to chase, pounce, and burn energy hasn't disappeared. Instead, this energy builds up throughout the day, and when your cat can't hold it in any longer, that's when the zoomies take over, sending them dashing and leaping around the house in a burst of unstoppable energy. And frantic jumps aren't just fun to watch, they're your cat's way of releasing all that stored up energy. So, if you want to cut down on those midnight marathons across your bed, try engaging your cat in more active play throughout the day. A good play session before bedtime might just save you from being woken up by a feline tornado at 3 a.m. Before we move on to the next reason, take a moment to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and if you're enjoying the video so far, give it a thumbs up. Your support not only helps us, but it also helps other cat lovers discover these helpful insights and join our amazing community. Reason number 2, midnight madness. Many people wonder why their cats often choose the middle of the night to run around the house as if they're training for the Olympic Games. It's one of the most perplexing parts of cat ownership. The zoomies always seem to hit at the most inconvenient times, especially during the night. That's because cats are crepuscular, which means they're naturally more active during dawn and dusk. While you're in the middle of a peaceful sleep, your cat is buzzing with energy, following their natural instincts. So, while you're trying to snooze, your cat is simply doing what feels most natural to them. Another major reason behind your cat's zoomies is their natural chase instinct. Cats are born hunters, and even in the comfort of your home, that instinct never really goes away. But before you start worrying about uninvited guests lurking in the shadows, don't panic. Your cat probably isn't hunting a mouse. More often than not, they're chasing something much smaller, like a tiny bug, a speck of dust, or even absolutely nothing at all. Cats are masters of play hunting, and sometimes they don't need a real target to get their adrenaline pumping. Ever seen your cat bat a toy across the room just to pounce on it moments later? That same instinct kicks in during a full-blown case of the zoomies. And if they're dashing around like they've seen a ghost, maybe they have. Cats' eyes are incredibly sensitive to light and motion, picking up tiny flickers and movements that are invisible to us. So the next time your cat suddenly launches into a frenzied sprint, don't be surprised. It's just their inner hunter waking up, even if the prey is entirely imaginary. Reason number 4, loud noises. Have you ever dropped something and watched your cat bolt away like they've just heard an alarm? Well, there's a reason for that. Cats have some of the sharpest hearing in the animal kingdom. What sounds like a minor bump or clang to us can be overwhelming to them. This hyper-awareness comes from their wild ancestors, who needed to be on high alert for predators. So, when a loud noise catches your cat off guard, their instinct is to zoom away to escape potential danger. That's why they love hiding in boxes or perching up high. Now you know why. It's like an instant panic button for your kitty. Reason number 5, how to celebrate a personal victory. Some cats have a peculiar habit of launching into a full-speed zoomie session right after using the litter box, almost like they're celebrating a personal victory. While scientists haven't nailed down the exact reason behind this post-litter box madness, there are a few compelling theories. It could be a burst of sheer relief. After all, who doesn't feel lighter after a successful trip to the bathroom? Or maybe it's an instinctual way of shaking off any lingering discomfort, or even a way to dislodge something pesky from their fur. Whatever the case, if your cat suddenly tears across the room after doing their business, don't be alarmed. It's usually just another quirky feline ritual. However, if you notice excessive discomfort, frantic grooming, or unusual behavior after every litter box visit, it's worth consulting a vet, as it could indicate parasites or digestive issues. But most of the time, your cat is simply feeling good and ready to sprint it out, so clear the runway. Reason number 6. Attention-grabbing tactics. Cats thrive on attention, and they know exactly how to get it, even when we're distracted. Whether we're buried in work, chatting on the phone, or simply too tired to play, our furry friends can't stand being overlooked. So, they turn into little attention magnets. By being loud and obnoxious, of course. Zooming around the house, knocking things over, or creating a playful ruckus is their way of reminding you that they're there, and they deserve some love. And if that chaos leads to a few tasty treats or some extra belly rubs, they'll definitely remember it, and likely repeat that behavior more often. Reason number 7. Frustration release. Well, sometimes those wild sprints are a way for your cat to release built-up frustration. If you've ever refused to share your food with your cat, well, that might just trigger some zoomies. Or, for example, if you've taken them to the vet and they feel a little uncomfortable, that can also be a reason behind their sudden burst of energy. It's all part of how cats react to different situations. Even a small disruption in their routine can trigger this energy explosion. It's not revenge, it's simply their way of working off pent-up energy when something doesn't go quite as planned. Sure, it might annoy you, but for your cat, it's just a way to let off steam. Reason number 8. Mirroring your vibes. Cats are incredibly in tune with their humans, often picking up on our emotional states. If you're feeling excited or anxious, maybe you've got some good news or you're anticipating something special, your cat can sense that energy. And how do they react? With a burst of energy themselves. You'll see them zoom around, as if they're feeding off your excitement, turning your living room into their personal racetrack. It's their way of reflecting the energy in the room, and probably getting some extra attention in the process. Reason number 9. Excitement about you. One of the sweetest reasons for those zoomies is pure, unbridled excitement about you. When your cat sees you, they're so thrilled that they can't contain their joy. Whether it's your return from a long day or simply seeing you walk into the room, your cat may sprint around in happiness, just like a little kid jumping for joy when they spot their parents. Some cats bond with their humans so closely that they start to think of themselves as your little one, eagerly awaiting your presence and showering you with excitement. It's the kind of love that leads to zoomies, a perfect display of pure affection. And if you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips, tricks, and fun feline facts. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.